Heisu woke up with a start. What was that? He quickly checked on Haru. She was still sleeping soundly. The protagonist breathed a sigh of relief. What am I going to do with this girl? Lieutenant Shin cooked breakfast for them both the next morning. If you're up, then change your clothes and come eat. The girl couldn't believe her eyes. It wasn't a dream. I thought everything would disappear tomorrow. But it's still as warm here as yesterday. I don't want to go back anymore. I wish every day could be like today. Heisu instructed her. Haru, you know this too. I can't take care of you forever like this. I have to go to work soon. You are absolutely not to go outside while I'm gone. He looked at her sad face and thought, a child imprisoned for 10 years. I can't just tell her to stay inside. Here, play with this for now. If you want to watch something else, just press the arrow button, understand? A program was playing on the television. I wonder if anyone has ever seen this. Heisu instructed the girl. Stay home until I get back. Don't go anywhere. She quietly obeyed. After he left, Haru's attention returned to the program. I don't know if I was possessed that day, but I forgot the garlic. What is Vongol without garlic? Meanwhile, Lieutenant Shin was riding his motorcycle to the police station. What am I going to do with that girl? Should I find her a one-room apartment and let her live alone? Or find a job for her and have someone else take care of her? Everything depends on that. I'm afraid she might hurt others, and afraid she might end her own life. But I can't keep her here forever either. For now, I have to monitor the situation at home. Cut to the police station. A new day began with a cool blue sky. Captain Kwok asked the newcomer, "Why do you look so serious?" Gang Sok turned around. "Captain, you're here, sir." Mr. Lee teased. "Is it because the newest member is about to join?" Gang Suk joked with the main character. "Congratulations, Senior Lieutenant Shin. You finally escaped being the youngest." Heisu replied coolly. "Thank you, sir." Captain Kwok sat down in his chair. "Let's see. We can't call you the newbie anymore. What should we call you now? What did they call you at your old station?" Heisu was embarrassed. "Eccentric Shin." Sire. The captain immediately understood the gimmick. Eccentric Shin is short for his name. With eccentric added. My god, those detectives are great at nicknames. But calling our assault commander eccentric is a bit much. Gangsok quickly suggested. We can just call him Shin Rush. Shin Rush. Captain Kwok approved. You finally came up with a good one. Okay, from now on you are Shin Rush. The station chief suddenly dropped by. Hey you guys, stop gossiping. Take good care of the new guy when he arrives. The entire room jumped up and shouted with joy. He's here. He's here. Finally, we don't have to welcome an old rookie anymore, but a cute new one. The newcomer introduced himself. Hello everyone. I am Officer Wu Gangcheol. I've been assigned to Criminal Investigation Team, one of the Gangjin Station. Captain Kwok went from one surprise to another. A rookie. You've got to be kidding me. He invited the whole team to celebrate the new recruit. Hey, our team isn't the Serious Crimes Investigation Team, but the Strike Team. The Strike Team. He looks like a gangster himself. Gang Sok proposed a toast. He seems reliable anyway, right? The captain astutely noticed. Right. 100 times better than some scrawny guys. Hey, why is no one raising their glass? To our rookie, a customer expressed his dissatisfaction. It's loud as fuck. The man at his table asked curiously. What gang are they from? A guy who seemed to be the leader got an idea. Raise your glasses, he said sarcastically. Guys, we can't lose to them. Just as the glass filled with sloshing liquor was raised, the man shouted, Go Am Dong. The whole table chanted in unison. We'll turn into a sea of blood. They praised each other. That was awesome, boss. Captain Kwok looked over at the next table. What turned into a sea of blood? Are these guys all insane? Heisu stood up to investigate. Let me handle this. The captain approved. All right, our newbie. Oh wait, no. Shin Rush, I trust you. Go give them some physical therapy. One of the men looked curiously at the main character. Boss, someone is coming over. The leader felt like fighting. I don't know who this guy is, but he's got guts. Is there still some idiot who doesn't know about the iron fist of this Duam Gong? Heisu stood before him. Hey, what did you say? A sea of blood. Duam Gong seemed to recognize him. Wait a minute, this person is... He suddenly stood up, slammed the table and shouted. The physiotherapist. One of the underlings seemed to realize something. The physiotherapist. Another one was already getting chills. This guy is famous. They immediately bowed their heads. We're sorry for not recognizing you. Sir Physiotherapist. Heisu calmly approached. I have something to discuss with this friend of mine. Please step aside for a moment. I feel like I've seen you somewhere. So it's you Duam Gong. Long time no see. How's your hand? He bowed slightly. Yes, it's still healthy thanks to you, sir. Lieutenant Shin was enthusiastic. Since it's so healthy, you're planning to turn Go-Am-Dong into a sea of blood. You seem very active these days. Do Amgong evaded? No, sir, this is a fishing club meeting. We're catching fish, so it turns into a sea of blood. Gangsok breathed a sigh of relief. Since Hae-Soo is famous in the neighborhood, we don't even have to lift a finger. Meanwhile, the new recruit deeply admired the main character. The first time I saw him, I thought he was so cool. He's really amazing. Gangsok chuckled at his innocence. Officer Shin Hae-Soo. What a cute kid. Gang Cheol generously offered. The second round is on me. Where do you want to go? Inside a small pub. Someone's voice rang out. Our rookie is so disciplined. Let's go for some beer then. The main character asked to be excused. Captain, I have to head home first. Captain Kwok joked with him. What's wrong? Do you have a toad princess waiting at home? Gangsok added. It's probably a fairy from the well. The captain seemed drunk. This son of a bitch gets the hint. Right, rookie. Gang Cheol supported him while laughing awkwardly. Gangsok tried to pressure him. Rookie, am I right? The young man denied it vehemently. No, sir. The main character intervened in time. That's not it. I just feel a bit unwell, sir. Please don't give the rookie too much to drink. Gangsok quickly left. All right, see you tomorrow then. Hae-Soo turned his head and reminded him gently. I'm on leave tomorrow, sir. His colleague corrected himself. Oh, that's right. Then see you the day after. Get home safe. Night enveloped the place, and the atmosphere became incredibly quiet. A continuous knocking sound came from the door. Haru excitedly went to greet him. Hae-Soo was completely startled. He bowed his head and asked quietly, Yes, were you good at home? She replied cheerfully. Yes. The main character entered the house and asked further, Have you had dinner? He was met with silence from Haru. He then opened the fridge and stared inside thoughtfully. I guess I have to teach her everything one by one before she can go out. Hae-Soo stood up, closed the fridge door and called, Haru, you can eat all the food in here. Upon hearing this, her eyes widened and her mouth dropped open in shock. When you're alone and want to eat or drink anything, just take it out and eat. Haru was shy. I don't know how. Hae-Soo took out a box. Here and this too. Take a look. You can't stay cooped up in the house forever. You'll get claustrophobic eventually. She held it in her hands and mumbled, This is. He turned his head and urged her, Put on your shoes and let's go out. Let's go buy some food. The main character took her to a small supermarket. Hae-Soo was pushing the cart and suddenly asked, Why do you keep looking at the ground? Haru was staring at the shoes on her feet. Sorry, the protagonist continued to encourage her. That's not what I meant. Just look straight ahead and walk. Haru looked down at her pristine white shoes gratefully. Okay. Meanwhile, Hae-Soo was still shopping. When I have time, I'll teach you how to live on your own. I don't have much time, so watch carefully and remember. Suddenly the phone rang, and he instructed, Wait a minute. Hold this for me for a second. Yes, this is Shin Hae-Soo. A woman's voice came from the other end. It's me, NCO Yoon. How have you been lately? It's been a long time since I've heard your voice. I'm very happy. Hae-Soo politely greeted back. Yes, it's been a while. Se-Yoon got straight to the point. It's nothing really. Lately, the Gangjin Station's Serious Crimes Unit is handling the drug case related to celebrities' right. Hae-Soo didn't understand her intentions. Yes, what about that case? Se-Yoon continued in a sweet voice. That person is an artist from our company. I want you, Mr. Hae-Soo, to take charge. Hae-Soo's eyes showed clear tension when he heard this. The main character endured it, but he was extremely unhappy inside. You didn't hire me for this reason, did you? Se-Yoon laughed at him. That's right, it was precisely for this. Senior Lieutenant Shin quickly refused. I think I've misjudged you. I'm hanging up. She cut the protagonist off. He's dead. The person just now. A mysterious figure holding a knife appeared. Glancing back over his shoulder, the unfortunate victim was already lying dead on the ground. Actor Kang Min of Daesung Group has been murdered. Hae-Soo was stunned when he heard the news. He had to ask again. What did you say? The other end of the line repeated. Actor Kang Min of Daesung Group has just been murdered. We've been managing our artists very carefully with the drug case. And now this. It's so hard to believe. So while investigating who lured him in, I discovered someone even I can't easily touch. Hae-Soo was shocked. Someone even director An Seo-eun has trouble with. Seo-eun emphasized each word. But what I found out, it seems the detectives over there don't know, making Hae-Soo even more tense. Therefore, I want to ask you, Mr. Hae-Soo, to take this case. Because among all the police officers, you are the one I trust the most. After hearing this, he made a decision. Yes, I will take this case. Seo Yoon finalized the schedule. Then let's meet at the scene tomorrow. I will send the address via text. Yes, goodbye for now. Hae-soo replied. After the call ended, Hae-soo couldn't help but be suspicious. Team 2, of the Gangjin Station Serious Crimes Unit, there's no way they wouldn't know, no matter how hard they tried. Detectives are people with noses as sharp as demons, but if they really don't know, it would be for the best. Thinking this, he let out a weary sigh. Hae-soo quickly grabbed some canned goods from the shelf and put them in the cart. He turned back to Haru. Let's go eat dinner. You must be very hungry. The two of them quickly walked to the checkout counter, without noticing that behind them, two men dressed in black from head to toe were staring at them with murderous intent. Cut to the building where the main crime scene is. Hae-soo met Seo Yoon on the 15th floor of the building. As soon as he stepped out of the elevator, she was already waiting there. Ah, Mr. Hae-soo, you're here. He replied very politely. Yes, it's been a while. Why are you standing outside? Seo Yoon was honest. Unlike you, Mr. Hae-soo, I'm not used to seeing dead bodies. You go in first. Hearing this, Hae-soo pushed the door open and stepped inside first. Yes then, before he could finish his sentence, both he and she were stunned by the sight of the actor lying dead on the floor with a fatal wound to his neck. Even Hae-soo, a police officer with many years of experience, was startled. He quickly regained his composure, began his work, and turned to ask, was the window open from the start? The man beside him hesitated in his reply. No, sir. I opened it because the smell of blood was too strong. Hearing this, Hae-soo's face hardened, as he reminded him, if you open the window, the room temperature will drop, making it difficult to estimate the time of death. The other person quickly complied. Ah, sorry, I'll close it right away. Hae-soo seriously looked at the body of the deceased actor. He observed every detail closely. 2 stabs in the neck, 3 in the side, 2 in the chest. It looks like random stabbing, but it's very neat. From the direction of the blood spatter, he must have stabbed quickly from one position. It's definitely the work of an expert. Although the body is still slightly warm, at this temperature, even in spring, at least 4 hours have passed. It's too late to reset. After checking, Hae-soo made a call. Captain actor Kang Min has been murdered. You need to get here right away. The other end of the line was frantic. What, Kang Min was murdered? Where are you now? I'm at the scene, sir. Hae-soo replied. Hearing this, the man got angry. Those bastards are so annoying. For now, I will send Team 2 and the forensics team over immediately. Preserve the scene and send the address here. The sound of police sirens blared beneath the building. The clicking sounds from the forensic team's cameras taking pictures of the crime scene rang out. Next to the captain of Team 2, who was sighing unhappily. What is this all about? The previous case isn't even over yet. Hae-soo beside him did not deny it. That's right. However, he keenly noticed the abnormality in the other person's expression. Strange, this isn't like the usual captain of Team 2. It seems like he's searching for something. It's as if he's not worried because the person under investigation is dead, but rather angry at someone else. There's definitely a connection here. As he was thinking, Seong Kwan's voice rang out. It seems the rumors are true. That Senior Lieutenant Shin is very close with the Daesung group. Anyway, thank you for reporting it. From now on, we will take over, so Team 1 can go back. Since our team was investigating, we will continue. Before he could finish his sentence, Seo-eun refused. No, I'm sorry, but Team 2, please withdraw. From now on, this case will be handled by Shin Hae-soo of Team 1. The captain of Team 2 was surprised. Huh, why? Seo-eun did not hide her thoughts. You investigated our people, and then this happened. We can't trust Team 2 anymore. Seong Kwan tried to come up with a reason. No, director. This is a bit sudden. It's not like Kang Min committed suicide because of interrogation pressure, but he was suddenly murdered, right? In any case, we can't change things so easily. Seo-eun turned and asked. Mr. Hae-soo, is transferring the case not possible? He hesitated a little but still answered. It is possible, sir. Seong Kwan seemed to have his pride wounded and shouted loudly. Senior Lieutenant Shin, are you kidding me? What do you think you're doing? Captain Kwok saw that things were getting tense and held him back. Seong Kwan. Let's talk for a minute. Seong Kwan still refused to lower his voice. Let go of me. What's going on? What the hell is happening? Don't you know our team has been working hard for months? The people from Team 1 who witnessed this remained silent. No one said a word, and although the captain of Team 2 strongly objected, the victim's side insisted, so the case had to be transferred. Inside the police station, a voice was heard. So Kang Min got involved with drugs because of Shin Ra. Captain Kwok was reloading all the information about the case. And that woman was introduced to Kang Min by Congressman Kim Sung-tae, right? Hae-soo confirmed. Yes, that's right. He looked at the pile of documents in his hand and questioned. But in the documents we received there is no mention of Kim Song-tae and Shin Ra. How did you know that? Hazu reported. This information was gathered through a separate investigation by Daesung Group. Mr. Lee understood. Azo Daesung investigated. Oh Gang, who was next to him, spoke up. Hey Sue, I was wondering about this and the previous incident too. What is your relationship with director Seo Yoon? It doesn't seem like a normal relationship. You're not from a rich family or the son of some politician we don't know about, are you? Or maybe you're the fiancé of director An Seo Yoon. Seeing the big question mark on Hae-soo's face and his unwillingness to answer the question, Oh Gang knew he had gone a bit too far. He quickly let out a loud laugh to cover his embarrassment. Just kidding, just kidding. What rich kid would work here? Captain Kwok scolded him angrily. Hey you son of a bitch, are you not paying attention to the briefing? You keep going off topic. Anyway, to summarize the information so far, it's Kang Min and Shin Ra, and also Congressman Kim Sang-tae. There's something going on between them, right? Hae-soo confirmed once again. Yes, that's right. Mr. Lee was satisfied. Good. Let's investigate this drug and murder case further. Hae-soo obeyed. Yes, I understand. As the captain said, the drug and murder cases must be classified and investigated separately. If we're not careful, our perspective might become narrow. First, we must analyze the security cameras to identify a suspect. But right in Hae-soo's line of sight, the image of Team 2's captain fumbling with his phone caught his eye, and suspicion rose in the heart of the officer surnamed Shin, who is the captain of Team 2 talking. He excused himself to go outside and confirm his long-held suspicions about Seong Kwan. To Captain Kwok's puzzlement, why does he always go off somewhere alone? Mr. Lee said helplessly. Then the new recruit in criminal investigation team, one exclaimed. He's so cool anyway. Captain Kwok retorted immediately. Cool your head. Ogong patted Gang Cheol's shoulder to break the tense atmosphere. Hey, what's our youngest's eyesight like? The boy was humorously serious. Both eyes are 2.0, sir. Ogong praised him. Good. So you'll analyze this much, huh? The young man obeyed. Yes, I understand, sir. At this time on the rooftop, Seong Kwan was smoking a cigarette and talking on the phone with a very worried expression. It's so sudden, what am I supposed to do now? We were preparing everything so carefully, and then he was suddenly killed. He didn't know that Hae-soo with a dark expression was approaching from behind. Yes, you didn't know. Anyway, the Kang Min case has been transferred to Serious Crimes, Team 1. It's up to you how you handle it. And every word Seong Kwan said was heard by Hae-soo, who was right behind him. Without a word, Hae-soo grabbed his shoulder and forced him to turn around and face him. Seong Kwan was startled when he saw Hae-soo's frightening face. Senior Lieutenant Shin. Why are you here? Out of anger, Hae-soo slammed him backwards. He pinned him against the wall, leaving Seong Kwan unable to react, and could only shout, Senior Lieutenant Shin, wait. Because the attack was so sudden, Seong Kwan's phone fell to the ground without ending the call. The mysterious person on the other end of the line shouted, Hello, hey Lee Seong Kwan, you damn bastard, and hung up. Hae-soo held Seong Kwan tightly against the wall, causing his face to turn red from lack of oxygen, but he showed no mercy and continued to question him. Was it Kim Sang-tae or the director? Seong Kwan struggled to breathe. Why? He threatened. If you don't want to be charged with murder as well, then go down. Spit out the money and turn yourself in. As your junior, this is the last piece of advice I'm giving you. After saying this, Hae-soo let Seong Kwan go. Perhaps his words had awakened the remaining professional ethics in Seong Kwan, causing him to realize his wrongdoing. I understand. I will go down and confess everything that happened. Hae-soo mercilessly confiscated Seong Kwan's phone. I will keep this phone as evidence. Seong Kwan did not object. Okay, he walked down the stairs with a dazed expression, while Hae-soo followed behind to supervise. The door to the room was quickly opened. When Captain Kwok saw the two of them, he asked, Hey Shin Rush, what took you so long? Oh, you're with the captain of Team 2. Did you two just get back from a date? Mr. Kwok joked, casually unaware of the situation. Oh, Gang beside him chimed in. Oh, how disgusting, why would you say that? Then suddenly, Seong Kwan knelt down on the ground, his voice full of remorse. Everyone, I'm sorry. I did something that a police officer should never do. Everyone in the station was shocked by this sight. Captain, please get up. Some people even wanted to run over and help him up. Seong Kwan confessed with tears streaming down his face. My eldest child is about to enter university, and she was worried about the school she wanted to attend because of money. I was temporarily blinded, and then everyone there was stunned to hear this, and Oh Gang was the first to speak up. What is this? You son of a bitch? Don't tell me it's not possible. Seong Kwan continued to hold up a bank card as evidence. The money I received is in the account linked to this card. a total of 30 million won received from Kim Sang-tae. The condition was that in the drug case of actor Kang Min, the names Kim Sang-tae and Shin I-ra were not to be mentioned. I haven't touched a single penny yet. You can check it yourselves. Before he could finish his sentence, Mr. Kwok shouted and lunged at Seong Kwan. You son of a bitch. Captain Kwok grabbed him by the collar and shook him violently. You piece of shit. You're a cop. How could you do this? A cop. Seong Kwan couldn't offer any justification for his stupid actions. I'm sorry. I don't know what to say. Mr. Lee continued to yell. Do you think we're all idiots who don't dare to take money? Why do we have to endure such a pathetic salary? Because police officers are not supposed to do that, right? Hae-soo saw that Captain Kwok was starting to lose control and approached him to intervene. Calm down, Captain. But Mr. Kwok had completely lost his reason and demanded, let go of me. Today, I'm going to teach this guy a lesson. Before he could finish his sentence, a sharp pain shot through his shoulder where Hae-soo's hand was resting, causing Mr. Kwok to flinch in pain. Captain Kwok turned to complain. Ouch, my shoulder. Hey, anyway. He interjected. I completely understand how you feel, Captain, but he has already confessed. It's okay now, so let's go shoot the bastard who used money to disgrace the police force. At this time, Congressman Kim Sang-tae and his team of about 3 bodyguards were preparing to get into an elevator. Inside the elevator, his angry voice echoed. Fucking hell. I didn't do it. So why do you keep blaming me? The person on the other end of the line advised. Just lay low for a while. Don't blame me and get dragged into this, Sang-tae yelled angrily. What? Hey, you psycho. If you open that, we both die, you know. But because the signal was too weak, the call was disconnected before he could continue, causing him to stomp his foot on the floor and shout, Damn elevator. Never has a decent phone signal, a bodyguard beside him hesitantly suggested. Should we stop for a bit, sir? Hearing this, Sang-tae's blood boiled even more. And he cursed. What? The elevator stopped for what, you idiot? When things are so urgent, these guys are such blockheads. Real blockheads. All brawn and no brains. When the elevator dinged announcing they had reached the first floor, a cold voice spoke up. Excuse me. He turned around and was met with the massive figure of a man, causing Sang-tae to be a bit wary. What, who are you? Hae-soo looked down on him with a mocking smile. So happy to see you again, you son of a bitch. Recognizing the person in front of him, Sang-tae sneered at his attitude and asked again. What was that? Hae-soo had already taken off his hat and taunted the ignorant old man. That's right, you son of a bitch. Are you deaf or something? Sang-tae wasn't the least bit afraid and still sneered. I've never seen such a creative psycho before. It seems this young friend is tired of living. Take care of him. Hae-soo was not panicked at all and calmly warmed up his joints, and the fight between a police officer and 3 professional bodyguards began. A moment later, the elevator descended to basement level 1. Sang-tae in handcuffs was being escorted by Hae-soo, flailing his limbs and cursing non-stop. Hey, let me go. Do you know who I am? 3 members of Serious Crimes Unit. One approached Hae-soo and Sang-tae. Captain Kwok held out his police badge and informed the old man. You are under emergency arrest for drug trafficking and bribery. Please cooperate. You have the right to remain silent. And anything you say can be used against you in court. Although Captain Kwok's accusation was very clear, it didn't seem to worry the old man. Instead, he flashed a defiant smile. Haha, damn it. I was wondering who did it. So that bastard Lee Seong-kwan told you everything. He really is a cop with a conscience. That asshole didn't even think about his own family. Hey you guys, how much do you want? 50 million won? 70 million won? Just say the word and I will. Not letting the old man finish his sentence. A slap landed squarely on Sang-tae's face. That slap sent him stumbling to the ground, his mouth spewing curses. And the one who delivered that slap was Hae-soo. The team members pretended to hold him back. Hey Shinrush, you're gonna kill him. Calm down. Even though his face was twisted to one side, his left cheek swollen and red, Sang-tae was still defiant. You psycho, I will do whatever it takes for a police officer. Captain Kwok interrupted. Wait, and without another word, Mr. Kwok landed a kick that completely deformed the congressman's face. That kick directly made Sang-tae's eyes roll back as he flew away and passed out. Captain Kwok's face darkened. I can't stand this son of a bitch anymore. Cut to the interrogation room, where Sang-tae was still firmly denying everything. But I didn't do it. I don't know anything. It was all because they threatened me. Hae-soo caught the key point and retorted. Threatened by Shin I-ra? That question flustered the old man, and he didn't know how to answer. Well, at this point he had lost all patience. Slamming the table hard, he ordered. You'd better answer properly from now on. With charges of soliciting murder and bribing a police officer, you'll be in prison for at least 20 years, even as a model inmate. Hearing the number 20 years in prison startled the congressman with guilt. If you don't want to take the fall for all of it, tell me right now where Shin Ai-ra is. At this point, no matter how stubborn he was, the old man had to compromise. Fine, but in exchange you'll never mention my name. At this moment in an apartment in a high-rise building, someone was entering the passcode to get in. Once inside, she was surprised to find someone was in her house. That man turned around at her call. Jin, you. I told you not to sneak into my house. The man named Jin approached her. If I don't do this, how else will you agree to see me? The young woman irritably scolded the person in front of her. You psycho, why did you kill him? Jin justified himself. Because he made you miserable. Hearing this, she grew even angrier. What are you to me? What if the company finds out? Don't you know how ruthless and calculating the company is? How can we keep this a secret? The man named Jin shouted, interrupting her. It was all for you. Shigeru. For you. He grabbed her shoulders. He squeezed Ai-ra's shoulders tightly, his voice trembling, with a pleading tone. It was all for you. Ai-ra felt no pity for his appearance and only coldly demanded. What are you doing? Let go of me. Yin didn't let go. Why can't it be me? Is it because of that old man? I will kill them all. You know I'm very good at that. Seeing that Jin's grip was tightening, she began to get scared. I don't need any of that, so please get out of my sight. Jin interrupted. You've never thought that I could kill you. His eyes were clearly etched with the madness of a lovesick killer. Her face, which had been red with anger, now turned gray with fear. Ai-ra stammered. What are you talking about? Then suddenly Heisu's voice came from outside, attracting their attention. Police. Miss Shigeru. We know you're in there. Open the door. Ai-ra quickly pulled Jin into the closet and warned him. Stay here and don't move, you understand. Then she calmly went to open the door. Heisu held up his police badge and introduced himself. Miss Ai-ra, I am Senior Lieutenant Shin Heisu, from Team 1 of the Gangjin Police Station's Serious Crimes Unit. Could you please cooperate for a moment? Ai-ra was as calm as if nothing had happened. Ah yes, please come in. Following that, heavy footsteps echoed in the room as Heisu stepped inside. She spoke in a suspicious tone. But usually police officers come in pairs. If it's an emergency situation, why did you come here alone, sir? He heard this and replied. They will be here soon. When she saw Heisu moving closer to the closet, Ai-ra spoke up to subtly chase him away. Have you seen enough? Don't be a pervert. Looking around a woman's house who lives alone anymore. Please hurry up. Not letting her finish her complaint, Aisu interrupted. Miss Ira, don't you need help? Hearing this, she was surprised. What? The dim light from outside shone from behind, making his face half submerged in shadow, and his words seemed to carry extra weight. If things were normal, you would have died here just now. Ai-ra was suddenly attacked by Jin, who lunged at her and choked her. He looked at her with murderous intent in his eyes. Ai-ra trembled, gasping for breath, and clutched her neck in confusion. What was that? That memory just now. It felt like I really died. She closed the closet door where Jin was hiding and spoke up. Sorry. Excuse me for a moment. He watched from inside through the slightly ajar crack in the door. Jin suddenly had a shocked expression. A sudden punch came flying and smashed the door, making his heart leap. It was Heisu with a punch like a thunderclap. Ai-ra covered her mouth in horror. Heisu flung the door open and said, I was wondering where you were. So you were hiding in here. Found you. You criminal. He roughly grabbed Jin by the hair and dragged him out. The next day, at 3 p.m. at the Gangjin police station, a voice from inside spoke up. Wow, look at this. How are there no fingerprints on his hands? Could it be that he used fire to remove them? He doesn't even know his own name. The name Jin is like an alias. It's not clear if he really doesn't know, or is just pretending not to know. Gang Seok spoke up. Oh my god. It's not like he fell from the sky, is it? Heisu stated with certainty. What is certain is that he has an unusual relationship with Shin Ai-ra. If we question her, we will definitely find something. However, after interrogating Jin, apart from the fact that Kim Sang-tae was Shin Ai-ra's sponsor, nothing else could be learned. Jin had liked Shin Ai-ra for a long time, and had killed Kang Min, who had a close relationship with Shin Ai-ra. At first glance, the Kang Min case seemed to have been solved. Afterwards, Heisu learned how Shin Ai-ra and Kim Tae met. Specifically, they met at a pub called Red Moon, where she worked. He propped his chin on his hand and fell into deep thought. Wait a minute. Red Moon. I wonder why that name sounds so familiar. I saw it in my father's casebook. It's not just about that mysterious guy Jin. The fighting style is also similar to Haru's. It's unlikely to be a coincidence. The way the knife is used to target pressure points precisely. There's definitely something at Red Moon. This weekend. I need to find out more about Red Moon. A colleague suddenly asked him, "Hey, what's up? Hasu, are you off duty? We had plans to go to the sauna together today," he quickly explained. "I have to sleep at home." Captain Quack exclaimed in surprise. "Oh, you've been going home on time a lot lately. That's suspicious." A voice immediately objected. "Leave him alone. Haisu is tired too. Go home and get some rest." Haisu spoke politely. "Yes. Then I'll head home first." His colleague happily reminded him. "Get home safe, senior." Cut to Haru's room. She was lying on the bed, scrolling through her phone and kicking her legs. She was reading a post with the caption, "A dish you must eat when you're feeling down." Haru left a comment below. "What do people say when they drink a lot? What do people say when they like someone a lot?" She received many different answers. Who is this person? A foreign worker. An illegal resident. Go back to your own country. Our language only has 4 prefixes. Haru read the comments dejectedly. Heisu had returned. He spoke as he took off his shoes. "Sorry for being late. Have you been waiting long?" Haru was startled and sat up immediately. "You're back," Heisu replied. "That's right. What a warm welcome." He entered the house and asked, "Have you used a smartphone before?" Haru shyly mumbled, "It's a good place." Heisu was surprised by the words "good place" that she had just uttered. He didn't pay too much attention and advised, "Anyway, you'll get used to it as you use it. Don't spend all day playing with your phone. You haven't eaten dinner yet, have you? Let's go eat quickly." Haisu's skilled hands sliced a sushi roll into even pieces. He cooked a pot of noodles on the side with an egg on top and sprinkled with green onions and chili. The food was served. Heisu called out, "Let's eat." Haru thanked him in confusion. She picked up her chopsticks and tried a small bite of noodles. Haru was very focused on savoring the taste. He reminded her with concern, "Eat slowly. You'll get a stomachache." Haru suddenly shouted with exhilaration, "Damn shit. This is delicious." Heisu was immediately frozen. Speechless, A immediately questioned, "Where did you learn those words?" Haru became scared. She whimpered with a smudged face and shouted, "Fucking sorry." Heisu looked at Haru in silence. She hung her head sadly and thought, "Was that not right? It must have been." His lips moved slightly. "Really?" Haru asked in confusion. "What?" He reminded her. "In that case, use really. Truly. Words like that. Don't use words like damn. Shit." She quickly understood and replied, "Yes. I'm truly very sorry." Heisu didn't dwell on it and urged her, "Okay. Hurry up and eat." The two of them continued their meal in silence. He thought to himself, "What am I going to do with this kid?" Although their fighting styles seem similar, Haru is definitely different from the person who killed Kangmin. He suddenly asked, "Haru, do you remember anything about what I asked you before?" Haru shook her head sadly. Heisu continued to probe, "When did you lose your memory? Before you were kidnapped or after?" She stammered, It's nothing. You can't remember. Sorry." Heisu frowned and looked at her in silence. He picked up the pot and stood up speaking. "All right. I'm sorry. It's late. Go take a shower and go to bed." Haru obediently listened. She watched Haisu's back and told herself, "I absolutely can't tell him. If he tell him, I might have to go back." The next day, in the morning, the police officer spoke. "Even after searching everywhere, I couldn't find her. Even after looking through all the missing person data." "Is it someone you know?" Heisu then replied, No, there's no one." "Then sorry for the trouble." He walked down the street thinking, the search for Haru's identity has failed. In that case, I should register her as a person without documents. At an office, a voice was heard. "Oh, who's this? Is it Heisu?" Jiangsu took a drag from his cigarette and asked curiously, "Why are you here? Have you thought about my previous offer?" He seriously got to the main point. "Cut the crap. I came here because I have something to ask. Have you used a knife recently?" He burst out laughing. "A knife? In my current line of work, I have no opportunity to use a knife. These days, you don't even use my fists." Heisu brushed it off. "Bullshit," Yadu warned him unhappily. "Hey, I don't know where you're from, but speak politely." Jiangsu smirked. "Our Yadu has really grown up, huh? How dare you interrupt a conversation between your big brother and his friend?" He immediately panicked and apologized. Jiangsu seriously introduced him. "This friend is the police officer I was talking about. Even if all of you attacked him at once, you couldn't break a single one of his fingers. From now on, respect him as you would me." They respectfully replied loudly, Yes, we understand. Not long after, he wrapped a white cloth around his hand and asked, "So, you're looking for me because of that guy Mo Chang Gy? There's probably no one around you who knows how to use a knife right. For you to come to me for this." Heisu frankly admitted, "I could only think of you." He asked curiously again, "What did you do before? The police academy doesn't teach these things, does it?" He warmed up his arms and answered calmly, "I didn't think it was necessary." Jiang Su smirked with a slightly sarcastic tone. Mo Changui is really something to make, even Shin Haisu this tense. It seems it's been a while since you've been so soundly defeated. But hey, when did you find this place? Are you planning to become a boxer or something? He answered helplessly, "Those were all dreams of the past. That's a painful past. Don't ask anymore." Jiang Su held up his hands and suggested, "All right, let's stop the small talk here and have a serious fight." Heisu confidently warned him, "I'm telling you now, don't expect me to go easy on you." He laughed and retorted, "Are you crazy? To me going easy on you? It's been a while and you've gotten better at joking. I'm going to attack." With those words, Jiang Su immediately charged forward. They fought, one with a knife, the other with fists. Heisu suddenly grabbed his opponent's shoulder tightly. He fiercely swung his fist up. Then Haisu swiftly used his leg to deliver another blow to Jiang Su's stomach. He wasn't going to lose so easily. In an instant, he seized the opportunity to counterattack and held the knife to Heisu's throat. Jiang Su smirked and whispered, "All right, one life is gone." Heisu squeezed his shoulder invitingly. "Come on again." Jiang Su teased, "It's been a while since we've fought, so your passion for winning has come back, huh?" He tightened his fist and got into a challenging stance. "Bring it on." Jiang Su shouldered his knife and laughed. "You're still as hot-headed as ever. All right, then here he come again." With those words, he charged forward like a madman. Heisu focused and lightly dodged Jiang Su's dangerous knife swing. He grimaced and thought to himself, "So fast." Moreover, Jiang Su continued to charge forward. His movements were seamless without any openings. Heisu tightened his fist with all his strength. He thought, "Then I'll just meet force with force." Throwing a straight punch directly at Jiang Su, Heisu gritted his teeth and unleashed a barrage of kicks. But Jiang Su was not to be underestimated. As he skillfully dodged this storm-like attack, Heisu hadn't cooled down yet and attacked so fast he couldn't even breathe. Jiang Su finally took one of his hits and coughed up blood. He quickly reminded him, Hey, that hurts. Go easy. Your habit of using brute force is still the same as ever, huh? But to be honest, if you keep fighting guys with knives like this, you'll die early." Heisu froze and blurted out, "What?" Jiang Su held out the knife and explained, "2 stabs to the side. 1 to the thigh. That's how many times I stabbed you just now, even if they're not fatal wounds. If you keep getting stabbed a few times like this, you won't be in one piece, even if you're a monster." The truth was, Heisu's body was covered in blue paint marks he had left. Jiang Su sincerely advised, "So, it's best to avoid fighting guys with knives?" Heisu asked in a somber tone. "Jiang Su, can you take down Mo Changui?" he exclaimed. "Who? Me?" Jiang Su laughed loudly and confidently affirmed, "Of course. Who am I? Em Huang Jiangsu." Huang Jiangsu. Heisu recalled the moments of their fight just now. Jiang Su definitely didn't have the same overwhelming presence as Mo Changui. There's a slight difference compared to a real fight. But at this level, he's a good enough training partner. He spoke seriously. "Is that so? Then help me with something." Jiang Su replied without hesitation. "If you're the one asking, then anytime." Haisu made a straightforward request. 6 o'clock every morning. Location is the gym here. How about it? Is that okay? He scratched his forehead in confusion and bargained. 6 is a bit. How about 7? He immediately countered this move by increasing the time. Okay. 5 o'clock. Jiang Su helplessly rushed to say, Okay, 6 o'clock. That's fine too. Thanks to this, I've become an early riser." In an online chat forum, on the topic of, "I don't want to be kicked out of the house," Haru left a comment. "Please tell me how." Immediately there were mocking words. "This person is an outsider. There's something so pitiful about it. Help her. She's trying so hard." Among them, a sincere piece of advice suddenly appeared. "If you do chores diligently, maybe you won't be kicked out. Try cleaning or cooking." Haru read this and thought, "Cooking. I clean every day. But I've never thought about cooking. Should I cook kimchi stew? Or instant noodles? Whatever it is, today, I will treat the landlord to a meal. A meal of my own making." At the convenience store, the employee scanned the cup noodles and asked, 4,601. "Do you need a bag, ma'am?" Haru immediately replied, "Yes, The employee then bent down to get a bag for her. Haru walked out of the store with her things. She walked and thought, there weren't enough ingredients at home, so this is the first time I've used my allowance. The dish I will be making today is… Her thoughts were interrupted by the call of a female student next to her. Hey, Auntie, come here for a sec. Haru pointed at herself in confusion and asked back, me. This group of female students laughed heartily and replied, yeah, you auntie. Are there any other aunties here? The leader of the group spoke in a rude tone. What is it? You idiot. You're pretty tall up close. Are you training to be a model? Auntie? Auntie. We don't have any money, so… Buy me a pack of cigarettes at the convenience store. You see this? Buy one just like this one. She held out the pack of cigarettes for Haru to see. She suddenly spoke in a cold voice. Do you want it? The female student snapped and shouted. What did you say? Damn it, speak clearly. Haru's face suddenly turned dark and murderous as she said again. Do you want me to cut it? The female students were immediately stunned and froze. The girl named Yeren rushed out, swinging her arm and cursing. You crazy bitch. What did you just say? Haru calmly and gently hit her with 2 consecutive blows to the neck and head. A scream rang out. Yeren. What was that? Did she do that just now? The leader of the female students ground her teeth in anger. She pulled out a knife and cursed relentlessly. This auntie. You really want to die, huh? Are you looking down on me? I will really kill you. You bitch. A female student next to her leisurely took a drag from her cigarette and laughed mockingly. You idiot. You look so scared up close. The girl holding the knife growled. You should have known when to stop. Now go buy the cigarettes if you know what's good for you. She was suddenly hit by Haru's kick and fell backwards. The female student's hand holding the knife swung up. Before she could do anything, Haru had already swiftly dashed over and grabbed the knife. The female student who was smoking had a dazed expression. Her cigarette fell and was cut in half. Haru coldly reminded her. Smoking here. The landlord wouldn't like that. Go smoke somewhere else. With that, she turned and walked straight home, leaving them to stare after her in confusion, asking each other, hey, what did I just see? The assassin in hiding that I've only heard stories about. Was that her? A female student exclaimed in excitement. Holy shit, that was so cool. A girl next to her quickly scolded her. Are you crazy? Hey, keep your voice down. Cut 2. A beautiful and delicious-looking pot of stew. Haru spoke timidly. I tried to follow the instructions online. Please enjoy your meal. Heisu agreed with a tense expression and took a spoonful. He grimaced in fear and thought, first let's just taste it. She prayed anxiously. Please, let it be delicious. Haru could only wait expectantly after that. Heisu let out a sigh. Haru quickly asked, how is it? His face was pale, but his mouth replied, it's delicious. She immediately exclaimed with joy. Really? Does the landlord really like it? I'm so glad. He gently reminded her. You should eat too. Haru replied loudly. Yes. Then I'll dig in. She took a big spoonful and ate it, saying, of course, it's not as good as the landlord's cooking, but it's still delicious. Heisu's face turned purple as he thought to himself, this is the first time in my life I've tasted something like this. What on earth did she make? In front of the convenience store section, Chief Gu ran over waving. Director, Shin. Long time no see. He was surprised to see Haru. And this lady is, this is the first time we've met. Is she your girlfriend? I thought she was a model. Hearing this, Heisu said, not my girlfriend. It's just a bit complicated. His partner questioned. A bit complicated. Anyway, it's a pleasure to meet you. I am Section Chief Gu Seju, the asset manager for Director Shin, but Haru remained cold and said nothing. He forced a smile and thought to himself, what's with this reaction? Section Chief. Go wondered. But are you waiting for someone else? The main character answered. Yes. I'm waiting for someone. They have something they need to see me about today, so they're stopping by. At that moment, someone approached. We meet again. Mr. Heisu, have you been well lately? Section. Chief Gu turned around, startled. Director An Seo Eun. I didn't expect to see you here. He stood up and introduced himself. Hello. I am Gu Seju, an asset manager. We met last time at Daesung Hospital. I wonder if you remember. Seo Eun smiled and replied. Yes. It's a pleasure to meet you again. His partner was happy. Thank you for remembering me. She then turned to look at Haru. But this lady is… Who is she? Heisu made an excuse. Haru. Go buy some more banana milk. It's buy 2, get 1 free. She obeyed. Yes. The 3 of them watched Haru's back in silence. At this moment he spoke up. That girl is a victim of a kidnapping. From a long time ago. She's still having a hard time adjusting to society, so I'm temporarily taking care of her. But since she can't remember anything, her identity can't be confirmed. So, in order to register her identity, I'd like to ask for Section Chief Gu's help. Seju now understood the reason. Ah, so that's the situation. Seo Eun questioned. So that girl and you, Mr. Heisu, are living together now. The main character corrected her wording. We're just temporarily sharing an address. She stammered. Sharing an address. That's pretty much the same thing. Seeing this, he choked on his cough. Section Chief Gu clapped his hands happily. Congratulations, Directeur Shine. Haisu was flustered. No, it's not that kind of relationship. A moment later, Haru returned. I've got the banana milk. All three of them watched her in silence. Seo Yoon sat down and said, well, all right. I know what kind of person Mr. Heisu is. Besides, I was the one who suddenly suggested we meet today. So I'll quickly state my business and leave. She handed him a box. Could you open it and see? The protagonist opened the box. What is this? Seo Eun spoke up. I didn't expect this either. He held the black card in his hand and listened. Mr. Shin Hae-soo's contributions have had such a great impact on our company's image. The same goes for the last incident. Our Daesung has successfully built the image of noblesse oblige, the responsibility of the powerful to the weak. Brand awareness and preference also skyrocketed. If you ignore it, the amount is too large. So you feel a little guilty, right? I've put enough in the card so that you won't feel guilty, and I will continue to do so. Please accept it. Hae-soo looked at the card. Yes. I understand. Then Seo Yoon turned and left. Well, then I'll be leaving. I have something to do. He said goodbye. Yes. I'll contact you later. She then glanced back over her shoulder. Oh, right. And, if you need any help, just contact me. I can also let you stay over or go shopping with you. Haru held the business card in her hand with a dazed expression. Seo Yoon got into the car. Well, good luck with your work, everyone. Section Chief Gu quickly rushed over. Yes. Director, please drive carefully. The protagonist watched the car leave in silence. Then he turned to Section Chief Gu. Well then, Section Chief Gu. Please help me with registering this girl's identity. If anything comes up, just call me. He cheerfully gave a thumbs up. Yes. Don't worry too much. I have connections with the court too. Now, your name is Haru, right? Let's go to my office. As the car was rolling down the road, inside, the driver asked with concern. Director, are you not feeling well? Suddenly, Seo Yoon said. She's beautiful, isn't she? He replied with a hesitant voice. Objectively speaking, she is beautiful. She probed. More beautiful than me. More beautiful than me. The driver stammered. Who? Yes. Of course, the director is much more beautiful. Seo Yoon had an annoyed expression. You're too late. Just look ahead. The other person silently swallowed. I've always thought the director was. She motioned for him to be silent. Seeing this, he obeyed. Yes, that night at the apartment complex. Inside, Chae Yeon was sad. Let's break up. Nam Cheol was surprised. What? She calmly said. I thought you were an upgrade. Turns out you're a downgrade. He sat up. No. What are you talking about? If there's something you're unhappy about, just say it. His partner said dejectedly. What's the point of saying it? You don't listen anyway. What else is there to do? Get out of here quickly. Nam Cheol clenched his teeth. You bitch. Hearing this, Chae Yun furiously swung a pillow and slammed it down. What? You're even cursing me now. He was shocked. No. Wait. That's not what I meant. She threw a pillow in his face. Get out. You trash. Nam Cheol was thrown out of the apartment. His face was extremely annoyed. This is terrible. The next day at the department store, Chae Yun let out a sigh during her work shift. She remembered Hae-soo and praised him to herself. Shin Hae-soo has masculine features. And his appearance too. Nam Cheol's arrogant image instantly popped into Chae Yun's head. She thought to herself. Meanwhile, Dong Nam Cheol. That guy looks like a crushed piece of dirt. Always so full of himself. It's so disgusting. Chae Yun looked at the phone she was holding. Should I try contacting him again? Back then, just one word from me, and he was head over heels. Well, anyway, I can't get back together with him. He's the type who lives off his girlfriend, paying off debts and just getting by until he's 30. Get a grip. Chae Yun. There are plenty of other men in the world. Suddenly, Chae Yun noticed something and turned her head. She saw Hae-soo. Then she chased after him. That back as broad as the Pacific Ocean, with firm muscles showing through his shirt. That person must be. Chae-yeon called out. There. Appa, long time no see, huh? He turned around surprised by her greeting. Have you been well? Haisu was surprised. Chae-yeon, she wondered. Why are you here? He stammered. Well, Chae-yeon laughed to herself. It's so obvious, isn't it? But on the outside, she feigned confusion. We dated for 3 years, and he never once visited my store. Why the sudden appearance now? I don't know where he heard it from, but he must know Dongnam Cheol, and I broke up. She pretended to ask, How have you been lately? He replied calmly, The same. Still catching criminals. His partner interrupted, Have you been promoted yet? The main character answered, Yeah. This year, Chae-yeon reached out and touched him. Is that so? It's about time, isn't it? Your body has gotten more muscular, hasn't it? Hae-soo pushed her hand away. Yes. Thank you, she smiled questioningly. What's this? Are you pretending to be naive now? Alright, what do you want to hear? I'll tell you everything. The main character was flustered. Over there's, Chae-yeon said hesitantly. I broke up with Dongnam Cheol. He was shocked. What? She gloated inwardly. Now you say what I've been waiting for, and beg me to come back to you like the old days. At that moment, Hae-soo's gaze shifted to something behind her. Haru had just finished trying on clothes, and shyly asked, How does it look? I've never worn anything like this before. Chae-yeon was surprised. What the heck? Who is that girl? A model. Where did this idiot find a girl like that? She asked suspiciously. Are you with someone? Hearing this, he introduced them. This is Haru and this is Chae-yeon. Her counterpart forced a smile and said, Nice to meet you. Haru Uni. To see you suddenly appear at a department store. So you're out buying clothes for your girlfriend. Well, you two should come into my store then. You don't know how to pick out women's clothes, do you? Suddenly, Seo-yoon appeared. I'll help you choose. Mr. Hae-soo. You know quite a few girls, don't you? Chae-yeon turned back and thought to herself with admiration. Director Ahn Seo-yoon. Why is she here? What kind of relationship does he have with her? And when did they even meet? Right after that, she turned and left in embarrassment, shouting loudly. Sorry. Excuse me. Chae-yeon watched the three of them from a distance. What on earth is going on? What's the relationship between these three? Whatever their relationship is, it's so embarrassing I could die. Standing between these two, I feel like a squid. That evening at Hae-soo's place, Haru stammered. I'm really grateful to you. Con replied happily. Don't mention it. I had a good time today too. Let's go shopping like this sometimes. Okay. As these two words were spoken, her gaze shifted to Hae-soo. He looked thoughtful. Recently, Haru has been going out a lot more without me, but she hasn't hurt anyone, and she hasn't been injured at all. Besides, with director Ahn Se-yoon by her side, I can safely entrust her to her care. Most importantly today, Haru also had a lot of fun. After that, the main character spoke up. Yes. I don't think there will be any problem. So-eun smiled. Yes. If I have time, I'll contact you again, Miss Haru. See you again. He watched her turn and walk away. Yes. Take care. Then he turned and told Haru. Let's go inside. Her counterpart obediently replied. Yes. At that moment, Seo-yoon glanced back. She was silent and pensive. Her gaze was fixed on the cheerful Haru. The next morning, Hae-soo was getting ready for work when his phone rang. This is Shin Hae-soo. The other end of the line spoke up. Director Shin. It's me. Gu Seju. Where are you now? He answered. I'm on my way to work. Section Chief Gu's voice was hurried. Could you wait for me for a bit? I'm almost there. The protagonist was surprised. Who? You're at that moment he appeared. Director Shin. Nice to see you. He wondered. What's so urgent? And why did you come all the way to my house? His counterpart replied, Actually, I have a gift for you. Consider it a gift from me. Please accept it. Hae-soo looked at the box in his hand in surprise. What is this? Section Chief Gu explained. Do you remember the Mo Chang GWI incident? You were seriously injured then. I mentioned police equipment. I spent a lot of time researching and developing a new material protective suit with slight elasticity, breathability, and most importantly, excellent protection. I tested it with a kitchen knife. Normal force can't penetrate it. He held up the shirt to show he understood. The main character hesitated for a moment. How much is this? Section Chief Gu hesitated, not wanting to answer. Don't think about the price. Just use it. I've also earned a lot of money, thanks to you, director. He asked with a stern look. How much? He scratched his head and stammered. Well, that's Seeing his counterpart hold up 2 fingers, Heisu said, 2,000,001. Section Chief Gu looked away. 2,000,001. He was shocked. Holy crap. The protagonist thought to himself, even though he made money because of me, 2 billion is still a huge number. It took a lot of time to make, so it would be a shame not to use it. He scratched his head in confusion. You saved my life. I just don't want the director to get hurt. Right after that, he immediately took off his shirt to his counterpart's surprise. You're going to try it on right here. Heisu put on the gifted shirt and silently commented. Just as Section Chief Gu said, it's not restrictive at all, like sportswear. With good breathability, I wonder if I should accept this gift. After a moment of internal debate, he spoke up. I don't know what to say. Thank you so much. Section Chief Gu. I will use it well. Seju gave a thumbs up. Yes. It fits perfectly. I'm also proud. The protagonist walked towards his motorcycle. I'm leaving now. His counterpart said cheerfully. Yes. Though your best. The motorcycle started to roll. At the police station where Heisu works, Captain Kwok walked in with a smile. Hello everyone. A police officer saw Team 1 walking in and said, the captain of the special task force is here. After coming back from a vacation team, one looks so much brighter. I guess the vacation was fun, huh? At this moment, a new police officer spoke up. Hello seniors. Seeing the new person, Gang Suk asked, did the new guy get a haircut? How was your vacation? His counterpart was obedient. Yes. I went on a trip with my girlfriend. Hearing this, he was surprised. Who? I can't believe the youngest has a girlfriend. For how long? The young man was surprised as an arm was slung around his shoulder and replied, yes. It's been a year. Gang Sok said happily. That's great. That's great. This hairstyle suits you well. So what about our Heisu? He turned to look at Heisu. His counterpart was bewildered to see him immediately at his desk. Gang Sok turned back and sighed. Heisu is good at catching criminals, but he can't catch anyone's heart. Youngest. What should we do with him? The newcomer said in confusion. All the seniors are excellent, so he will probably have a girlfriend soon. At this moment, another police officer shouted, Captain. You're here, sir. Gang Suk was stunned. Captain. The newcomer suddenly remembered something and replied, speaking of which, while we were on vacation, a new Team 2 captain came. I heard he's quite young. At this moment, that captain spoke up. Yes. Yes. Sit down. Don't be so formal. Don't be formal. Hearing this voice, the main character's face showed anger. Nam Cheol arrogantly introduced himself. It's a pleasure to meet you all. I'm Dong Nam Cheol. I just transferred to Team 2. I hope you will all take care of me. Nam Cheol greeted them. Nice to meet you all. I am Dong Nam Cheol, and I just transferred to Team 2. He waved at everyone. I hope you will all look after me. The captain looked at Nam Cheol. Ah yes, he stood up and shook his hand. It's a pleasure to meet you. I am Kwok Soo Cheol, captain of Team 1. Their handshake was a powerful grip. The captain felt a painful reddening and confusion. Nam Cheol smiled meaningfully. Then he spun around and looked around, waving his suit jacket, his voice full of provocation. I've heard a lot about you. And after looking into it, I found that all the major cases at the Gongjin station are exclusively handled by Team 1. Now that I'm here, from now on I will distribute cases fairly. And I believe Team 1 will also cooperate well. Gang Suk, standing beside him, was a bit annoyed to hear this. What? Exclusive? What are you talking about? Anyone who hears this would think we. Without letting him finish, Nam Cheol interrupted. Hey, watch your words. You're a lower rank than me. It's not good to act up on your first day. Gang Suk was fed up and powerless, seeing him abuse his power. Come on, let's discuss case distribution later. Today is just for getting to know each other. As he turned to walk away, Heisu couldn't take it anymore and stood up and slammed the table. Everyone get to work. Nam Cheol turned back in surprise and frowned. He didn't understand what was going on. What is it? Is something wrong? Heisu lowered his head in anger without saying a word. Nam Cheol took advantage of his authority and asked haughtily, Your superior is asking you a question. Why don't you answer? What are you doing? The captain came to hold Heisu back. Heisu, calm down. Get back to work. His face was red with anger, with veins bulging. Dong Nam Cheol. This son of a bitch is not the right type of person for the Criminal Investigation Division, especially not at a station like Gongjin with so many cases. He obviously knew I was here, so he came, and he's even targeting my Team 1. Nam Cheol, seeing that his words had no effect, cursed angrily. Damn it. I'm holding back out of respect for the captain. He walked out without forgetting to say sarcastically, Manage your teammates better from now on. Hae-soo didn't let Nam Cheol have the satisfaction, and ran over and squeezed his shoulder hard, making him shout in pain. Nam Cheol trembled weakly, and turned to ask, "You. What are you doing?" Hae-soo warned. "Dong Nam Cheol. No matter what your plan is, the Criminal Investigation Division is not a place for trash like you. Before you get beaten to a pulp, pack your things and get out. Understand?" Nam Cheol clutched his shoulder in pain and growled, "You crazy bastard. Do you think you can get away with this?" Before he could finish speaking, he cried out loudly as he was squeezed again. Nam Cheol was about to fall to the ground in pain. "Hey, stop him." Captain Kwok ran quickly to stop him. "Hey, eccentric Shin." The other police officers from Team 2 grabbed Nam Cheol as he struggled wildly. "Damn it, let me go." I said let go. He clenched his fists in anger. "You son of a bitch. You really want to die, huh?" With that, he lunged forward and punched Hae-soo hard in the face, shocking everyone. "Alright, I'll teach you a lesson." Gang Suk and everyone else were extremely surprised by that action. Nam Cheol was also stunned. What's with this bastard? Why didn't he dodge? By now there was a red mark on the protagonist's cheek. Hae-soo turned and walked away, letting him explode with anger and shout, "Where do you think you're going? Get back here." Nam Cheol roared in anger, his face ferocious. "You hit me first, you son of a bitch." In the end, he was called up to the chief's office. So it was Officer Shin Hae-soo who acted as captain. Nam Cheol acted aggrieved and pointed at his shoulder. "No. He didn't just hold it, he squeezed it hard too." The chief asked flatly. "So he squeezed your shoulder, and then you lost your temper and punched him in the face?" He shouted in the chief's face. "No. He squeezed it really hard." Does the chief know? That's a warning to a subordinate. A warning. The police chief was frustrated and at a loss. Really, no matter how urgent it was, why did they have to bring a disrespectful punk here? Nam Cheol was stunned. "What did you just say?" The chief ordered. I know, so just go. Call Officer Shin Hae-soo in here." Before leaving, he blurted out, "You better teach him a lesson he'll never forget. A pay cut isn't enough. It has to be noted in his performance evaluation." The chief couldn't stand it anymore and interrupted. "Hey, Song Nam Cheol." He looked up with annoyance on his face. "Is your father my superior? Or are you my superior? Do I look easy to bully? You think you can just do whatever you want? If you want, step up and become the police chief, then..." Nam Cheol was so scared he froze for a moment, then made a threat. "You'll regret what you're doing." His eyes were full of arrogance from abusing his power. "You're planning on stopping at just police chief, aren't you?" The police chief was not afraid at all and rose to the challenge. "Look at this kid. He thinks he's above the law because his dad is a big shot. Fine. I won't regret it. So what are you going to do? There will be no more regrets from now on. Get out of here right now." Papers flew in Nam Cheol's face. "I've never seen such a disrespectful punk." He clenched his teeth and cursed under his breath. "A police chief Dagas." Nam Cheol left the room. "I'll make you remember who my father is." He went to the hallway to call his dad and tattle, but got scolded instead. "Hey you kid. How old are you? Think more maturely." Nam Cheol just opened his mouth. "That," his father shouted loudly. "Spending your whole life in a police room? And now you want to go to the tough Gangjin station. Do you think the Gangjin station is a police room?" He was trembling with anger. "Stop embarrassing me. I put in a good word. Go back to the police room." "I'm hanging up." Nam Cheol was stunned and called out again. "Wait. Dad, I still have something." His father hung up, leaving him to scream like a madman. "Damn it. Why is everyone here like this?" Nam Cheol was silent but trembling with rage. The police chief, or Shin Hae-soo, they're all bastards. What else could it be but a warning to a subordinate? The bastards at the Gangjin station. They're all united. It's clear they're all in it together. Nam Cheol tried to appear calm as he slowly entered the room. He casually looked around the room. "Where did everyone from Team 1 go?" Someone there replied. "Ah, they all had something to do, so they went out, sir." He tore at his hair. "Those guys from Team 1. Do they think they're special forces or something?" Nam Cheol's voice was full of sarcasm. "That's why the Gangjin station is in such chaos." The phone on the desk rang, and he smiled meaningfully. Nam Cheol walked over and answered the phone. "Team 2 of the Gangjin Station Serious Crimes Unit. Dong Nam Cheol speaking." The person on the other end announced, "This is the operations room. There's a murder." "Ah, is there no one from Team 1? He said in a stern voice. "What kind of case?" "Speak." The police officer began to speak. "It's a murder case in Gome District. A woman in her 32nd was murdered in an apartment complex. Please transfer it to Team 1 for handling." Nam Cheol's voice was angry and loud. "I'm the captain of Team 2. Why does it have to be transferred to Team 1? Send the case information to Team 2. The police officer on the other end was confused. But Team 2 has another case right now. See ya. The murder case is still with Team 1. He cut him off. By what? There's no more of that starting now. The murder case is also assigned to Team 2. The power-abusing Nam Cheol, who knew no etiquette, shouted into the phone. Tell the head of the operations room that I said so. Understand? The other person could only reply, yes. Sir, I understand. He slammed the phone down hard. Nam Cheol looked up with a gleam in his eye and said to his team, now, everyone. There's a new case. A murder in Gome District. A teammate spoke up. But Captain, the school violence case at Yangsu School is more urgent. We haven't even gotten the victim's statement yet. He didn't let his teammate finish and shouted like a madman. A kid's fight is more important than a murder. That's why Team 1 always dominates Team 2. On the other side, a group of students were still beating up their classmate, but he still said indifferently, let's finish the murder case, and then do it later. What's wrong with a bunch of kids? Never mind that. Handle the murder case first. While the face of the bullied student had turned pale, a car was parked on the side of the road. Cats were lazily sunbathing on the hood of the car. They looked up at the sky in confusion. 2 cats scattered when they saw a person fall from above, landing right where they had just been lying. The person fell from the rooftop and rolled onto the ground, covered in blood, and the car was also dented. He opened his eyes. Not quite dead yet, covered in blood, but he still tried to hold on one last time. Did I fail? I thought I was already dead. He imagined himself dragging his injured body, slowly and tremblingly. Pressing the elevator button to the 15th floor, he stood alone in the elevator. His body was trembling, not yet recovered from the shock. My legs feel like they're going to break in half, and my stomach is burning like it's on fire. His other hand was clenched tightly. But it's okay, because everything will soon disappear. He trudged onto the rooftop. The first time is always the hardest. The second time will surely be easier. He climbed onto the edge of the rooftop, deciding to free himself. This time I can't be scared. Just jump headfirst to be sure. The young man stood looking at the height from above. A pitiful laughter echoed. Suddenly he burst into tears of remorse. I'm sorry. Dad. He thought back to the moment he was bullied and humiliated by his friends. I can't take it anymore. This hellish world anymore. Then the young man thought about the time he was bullied. He stood on the edge of death and sobbed uncontrollably. As long as those bastards exist, I can't live on with confidence. That student decided to jump and end his life. I'm sorry. Dad, without me. I hope you live well. Just as he was about to jump, a hand grabbed him. Hai-Su had arrived just in time to pull a person back from the brink of death. He advised him, I will destroy everything. Hai-Su's face was filled with determination and trust. Those who made you like this, and even the police officers who ignored you, all of them. The ambulance arrived very quickly to provide aid. That young man was put in an ambulance and taken to the hospital. It seems like he has fluid accumulation. How much further to the hospital? The nurse urgently reported. 1 more minute. The doctor beside him encouraged him. Damn it. Student. Hang in there. Just a little longer. We're almost there. He was on oxygen and thought, what's happening? In my memory, I clearly jumped and died. He turned to look at the person who had just saved him beside him. Hai-Su looked on with concern, while the young man whispered to himself, who is this man? That's right, I've seen him before. That student, after he had just fallen to the ground, Hai-Su had come to his side. Right when I fell. Right when I died. He saved me. In this hellish world. Why did you pull me back? At the same time, the ambulance had arrived at the hospital. The young man was immediately taken into the emergency room. Hai-Su and his teammate stood outside the emergency room restlessly. Damn it. A police officer with him tore at his hair in remorse. I knew this day would come. That's why I said we had to hurry. Hai-Su stood beside him with his arms crossed and asked in confusion. Kim Zae-kun. Tell me the details. From the progress of the case to the smallest things, he lowered his head and recounted quietly. Kyung-yoon is the victim of the recent assault case. Both sides were reported. But Kyung-jun had more injuries from being beaten from one side, and the other party's behavior showed signs of bullying. Seok-soon hesitated and continued. So I tried to investigate further, but Hai-Su curiously repeated the word. But he was a bit scared. The newly appointed captain said to prioritize the murder case first. Hai-Su's eyes were filled with anger when he heard that information. Dongnam Chil. It's this son of a bitch again. To save the boy, Hai-Su had to drive very fast to get to the scene. Just a little bit later, and he wouldn't have been saved. When I arrived, He had been dead for almost an hour. The boy's father, who heard the news and came to the hospital, asked Jesus with a trembling voice, "What's going on here? What on earth happened to my son?" He looked at the man seriously. "Are you the guardian, sir?" The man replied, "Yes. I am Kyungyun's father." Jesus hesitated to inform him, "Please listen to me calmly." Kyungjun jumped from the rooftop. The father was shocked and bewildered when he heard the news of his son from the police. "Huh? What did you say?" He wailed in agony. "My son is not that kind of child." Jesus just stood there silently without saying a word. Kyungjun's father slumped to the floor in despair. Trembling, he screamed in hopelessness, "Kyungjun, my son, how could this happen to you?" Seo-kun, standing behind him, was extremely remorseful. "I'm sorry. If I had been more attentive, this wouldn't have happened." He painfully took all the responsibility upon himself. "It's all my fault. I'm so sorry." Jesus left Soo-kun there and rushed off. "Kim So-kun, you stay here. I need to go to the agency for a bit." He angrily muttered and cursed as he walked. "Who the hell let you impersonate a police officer, you motherfucker?" He quickly returned to the police agency headquarters. Nam Cheol was laughing as he looked at the case file. "Hey, look at this guy, tied to a chair with tape. It's just like the M.O. in the Pyeongtaek murder case." Jesus angrily burst in and pushed the door open. He was still laughing and talking cheerfully. "If I solve this case, well then that fucking team 1 will." The loud noise startled him, and he turned around. "Damn, that scared me." Nam Cheol arrogantly crossed his legs on the chair and replied, "Hey you bastard, don't you have any manners? Open the door slowly." The extreme anger was clearly visible in Jesus' eyes and face. This scared Nam Cheol, and he stammered, What is it suddenly going crazy?" He cried out for help in fear as he saw Jesus furiously approaching him. What is this, somebody help?" He suddenly froze as he saw him just flick his finger near his forehead. Jesus tricked him into letting his guard down, and then landed a devastating punch that twisted his face. Nam Cheol was knocked to the ground by Jesus' punch. "Captain," he yelled. "This crazy bastard." Jesus furiously grabbed his collar and questioned him. "Dong Nam Cheol, are you a person or an animal?" Veins bulged on his face as he screamed in his face. "Are you a human being, you fucking dog?" Jesus wildly attacked Nam Cheol, venting his anger. "A murder investigator like you can even be called a police officer? Huh? Do you know what happened to that boy because of a fucking dog like you?" Nam Cheol's face turned blue from being choked and he coughed dryly. "Wait, let me go then talk." The teammates, seeing the tense situation, rushed over to intervene. Hey, you'll cave in his forehead if you do that, somebody stop him." Another police officer quickly pulled Jesus away. "Senior, please calm down," he asked in confusion. "What on earth are you trying to do?" Jesus immediately broke free. "Let go of me, I can't breathe." The other person whimpered, "Yes, sorry, sir." Nam Cheol, in pain, had lost all his dignity and pointed at Jesus. You damn dog. This time you're dead for sure." He was scared but still tried to threaten him. "This time I will do whatever it takes to put you in jail." Before he could finish speaking, Jesus flicked him on the forehead again. He fell back to the ground again while Jesus warned, "Go ahead and try, you fucking dog." Nam Cheol had no strength left and could only lie there listening to his murderous words. "We'll see, whether you go to jail or I go to jail." Jesus' face looked more terrifying than ever. Captain Kwok appeared with an unsatisfied expression. "Hey, you bastards. If something like this happens, you have to report it to me. Immediately. The kid is still in surgery. If anything happens to that child, you all better get ready to take off your uniforms, you understand?" Gang Suk and Nam Cheol replied in unison with extreme remorse. "Yes, we're sorry, sir." The captain rubbed his eyes and gave an order. "Send the murder case you're tracking to Kwang Su's team immediately, and the assault case will be a joint investigation with us. As for Team 2's captain, this bastard isn't fit to be a police officer. Take him to the nearest hospital and deal with him yourselves. He will have to take full responsibility for this incident. Shin Hae-soo, you stay here, I need to talk to you." Captain Kwak led Hae-soo up to the rooftop of the building. "Now what are you going to do, huh? No matter what the reason is. Can you really get away with doing this to someone's forehead? This time you could end up in jail for real, no joke." Hae-soo calmly replied, "I understand your point, Captain, but that guy will definitely not go to jail." Kwak asked in wonder, "Huh, how are you so sure?" Hae-soo replied calmly, "I've been watching him for a long time, so I know. He just relies on his congressman father and abuses his power to do all sorts of dirty things. But this time, even Dong Nam Cheol's father won't be able to handle it easily." The captain nudged Hae-soo's shoulder. "I thought you were impulsive, but it turns out you had a plan all along. I thought you couldn't control yourself again." Hae-soo honestly corrected him. "No, I really did hit him because I couldn't control myself." Kwok looked at him with a confused expression. "Is that so?" Senior Lieutenant Shin leaned on the wall. "Anyway, please keep an eye on the situation, And please keep an eye on Kyungjun too. I have an idea. At Daesung's headquarters, Seo Yoon was giving instructions to Director Kang. Let our Daesung have exclusive coverage of the school violence case at Yongsu School. The employee showed hesitation. Excuse me, sir, the recent case of a student who jumped off a building, Seo Yoon explained to him. A police inspector neglected the victim and pushed him to the edge. Another police officer out of indignation hit the captain back. And the fact that the captain's father is a congressman, write all those details down. Don't leave out any details, write it up into an article and post it immediately. Director Kang still worriedly asked, but is it okay, sir? Congressman Dong will definitely not sit still. He will manipulate public opinion by any means necessary. Seo Yoon was not pleased. Have we been sitting still all this time? This case is directly related to Detective Shin Hae-soo, so it can't be handled carelessly. Activate our special team right now. Meanwhile, Nam Cheol was slumped over in the hospital. Damn it, my head feels like it's going to explode. Shin Hae-soo, that psycho bastard, I won't let you get away with this. His father suddenly called and yelled at him. Hey, you son of a bitch. You're really trying to kill your father, aren't you? What, transfer this case to someone else? Nam Cheol's face turned pale. That, the congressman still hadn't cooled down. The reason you got hit by Shin Hae-soo was because of that. Wasn't it? Nam Cheol stammered to explain. No, it's me also. It was for my team, so. His father immediately cut him off. To you about the lawsuit or whatever? Shut up like a dead mouse for me. If this gets out to the press, then I will remove your name from the family register. Nam Cheol begged. No, Dad. Your son was beaten to a pulp by a nobody like that. Do you really want to just let it go? The case is the case, but the assault is the assault. His father turned on his computer. You crazy punk. You still haven't woken up, huh? You haven't been online, have you? You don't know what bastard leaked this story. The comments and articles are going crazy. Shin Hae-soo, who beat you, is a righteous police officer, while you're the son of a bitch who indirectly killed a student. And you still want to file a lawsuit now. Nam Cheol was confused. Huh. What? Wait a minute, Dad. Shin Hae-soo definitely used some tricks. He didn't want to hear anymore. Shut up and stay put, you bastard. He couldn't call his father back. It seemed he had already hung up. Damn it, what on earth did the article say? There were heated debates all over social media. Nam Cheol couldn't believe his eyes. What is this? How is this possible? A strange voice suddenly came from outside the door. Hello, is Officer Dong Nam Cheol in there? Officer Dong. I'm reporter Park Ki-tae from New Jin. Broadcasting, I can come in right. He quickly shooed the visitor away. No, I have nothing to say, you should leave. Reporter Park still boldly barged in. Don't be like that, please just say one word, sir. Nam Cheol tried to shoo the reporters away. What are you guys doing? Get out before I call the police. Someone asked. Inspector Dong, is it true you transferred the murder case to Team 1? What did your father say about this incident? Nam Cheol's face immediately distorted. What other bastard is out there? Get out, get out. The reporters were still persistent. Is it true? You suspended the investigation into the school violence case of student Lee Kyung-jun. Even though your team members strongly objected, you still went ahead, right? Yes or no? We just need a one-word answer. Nam Cheol finally lost his temper and screamed. I don't fucking know. Meanwhile, another teenager was secretly watching the entire incident. He seemed extremely pleased with what had just happened. His friend, on the other hand, seemed very worried. For real, I'm gonna die. Because of that, Lee Kyung-jun, everything is in chaos now. What if the police come to our school? He calmly smoked his cigarette. Don't be such a coward, you idiot. The police are busy with their internal conflicts. What can they do if they come? Besides that, sicko Lee Kyung-jun jumped off a building and is still unconscious. So what more can you expect from that guy? Or are you guys watching here going to use Kyung-jun as an excuse to report us? So don't be scared, you idiot. He'll just lie there and die in the hospital. And I'm still here chilling. This teenager is Park Young-pil. His cronies cheered in unison. Park Young-pil is the best. He's so fucking cool. Young-pil put out his cigarette and said, we just need to keep quiet, and the police will take care of the rest themselves. Did you all hear that loud and clear? You're all accomplices. If anyone is stupid enough to open their mouth, I'll kill them all. Please like and subscribe to support the Manhwa channel.